The issue of migrants in America has been a contentious one, now mired in the politics of a campaign for president.
On January 6th, we had a great border. Nobody coming through, very few.
Folks, I'm not interested in playing politics with the border or immigration. I'm interested in fixing it. I said it before.
But for the parents of these migrant school kids in New York City, the worry is not about who is going to be in the White House as much as where their next home will be as the school year comes to an end.
It has changed a lot because new laws have been enacted. As we live in shelters, we have to move every 2 months.
Last year, New York City placed a 60-day limit on migrants living in city shelters here. After that, they will have to find alternative shelters and reapply for housing.
I've changed apartments like 4 times because it's every 60 days. I'm hoping to save money to be able to look for something stable so that I can rent something stable.
Since the spring of 2022, more than 183,000 migrants have flooded into New York City, largely fueled by busloads of migrants sent from Texas and Arizona, whose governors disagreed with President Biden's immigration policies.
It's so hard for a lot of these families to be able to come to the U.S., to come to New York, to adapt to a new city, a new language, and overcome all those boundaries. And throwing in this instability of having to move every 60 days is incredibly difficult for kids.
The challenge now facing many migrant parents is to try to mitigate the impact of their transiency on their children's education.
It's so important to make sure that these children are supported sufficiently with enough resources so that they can go to school, so their families can eventually find jobs, exit the shelter system.
And for many migrant asylum seekers in the sanctuary city, there is no surety they can remain in the same shelter and their children in the same school. Frank Ucciardo, TRT World, New York.